I would rather be mad with truth than sane with lies. He and Kenneth stepped out into the daylight. The sky had grown darker. Far in the distance, a drum began to beat, slow and deep. The drums of the Eke cult. They had declared war, but Mazi Okoro had something they feared, a boy beside him, and the truth inside him. The sky that welcomed them outside the mirror hut was no longer the one they knew. It was grey and bruised, as though night and day were fighting above the clouds. A strange breeze swept through the trees, bending them not with power, but with warning. Kenneth held tightly to his grandfather's hand, but Mazi Okoro walked with calm fire in his eyes. He had seen what he needed to see. He had tasted the bitter truth of his father's past, the execution of a man whose only crime was exposing corruption among the elders, and worse still, that silence had become tradition, passed down and dressed in proverbs. But now it would end. As they walked back into the village, people stared, some bowed, others stepped back. Word had spread. Mazi Okoro had entered the mirror hut and returned. No one had done that in generations. Obi ran towards them. Mazi, they've taken Chief Nnadozie's son. Mazi Okoro's jaw tightened. When? Just before sunrise. The guards say a strange fog covered the house. By the time they could see again, the boy was gone. The mark of the python was left on the door. Kenneth trembled. Will they kill him? Mazi Okoro turned to Obi. Gather the people, everyone. No one must hide today. This is no longer the fight of a few brave men. This is the soul of the village at war. By afternoon, the square was full. Children clung to mothers. Elders leaned on sticks. Farmers stood shoulder to shoulder with hunters. Even those who once doubted Mazi Okoro now waited, hoping he carried the answer. He stepped forward. I have seen the beginning, he said, voice echoing like thunder. I have seen what we have covered for years, the lie that we called tradition, the silence we dressed as respect. My own father, whom I loved, was once a part of it. Gasps flew through the crowd. I do not speak to shame him, Mazi continued, raising a palm. I speak to set us free. The Eke cult is not just a group of evil men. It is a spirit that feeds on hidden sin, on the lies we refuse to confront. Every time we ignored a cry for help, every time we hid the truth to protect someone powerful, we fed the snake. The boy in the crowd began to weep. A woman fell to her knees. Obi stepped beside Mazi. So what do we do now? Mazi Okoro turned to the forest paths that led into the sacred grove, the one place forbidden by custom since before anyone could remember. We go to the grove, he said, where they keep their shrine, where the boy is likely held, but we go not with weapons alone. We go with confession, with truth. Each of us who has a lie hidden in our hearts must speak it before we step into that forest. Silence. Then an old woman stepped forward. I once lied to protect my brother, she said, voice trembling. Stole land. I kept quiet. I am sorry. Another voice followed. I knew about the chief's secret sacrifices. I said nothing. Forgive me. One by one, the villagers began to speak. Truth spilled like rain. Some small, some sharp, all soaked in years of silence. And as they did, the sky lightened just a little. Mazi Okoro raised both hands.